I really love you guys. I've always loved you guys. You are my favorite people. Yes, you're my favorite.
All right, clip one, here we go.
Okay, so we have this unfortunate play from Fnatic trying to go for the back door. Not really the back door, the base rates. Already quite unfortunate is the fact that the TP has come through from the
Gonna
Jack.
cast it
No
too?
item was back either bought afterwards that would actually facilitate it. Counter-Strike is a bit unlucky because it's procced early and Reckless on the Sivir as well. You know, that's just not a good situation. You could definitely have gone for the end there had there not been some mishaps in that play. I'm just actually going to let go here. So, okay, slight jock now.
Okay, are you sure you want to shout every play as we go?
Listen, I'm running. I'm not doing this on purpose. It's just happening.
Play two, please.
It's still walking pace. I feel this.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so you've just seen them on Vision. Everyone, we've seen him on Vision. He's now clearing the ward. I know you want to go for the play here. I know you want to crash it. But why are you still sticking around? Because there's a Maokai you've already seen him got... I just feel like it's illegal to die here just because you've already seen the Maokai, you know he's coming down there, and you just need to respect it. You would get so much on the other side of the map because you know where the enemy jungler is. And I'm really
they've got you running.
Now.
They've got you running. I mean, there's two more, so
yeah,
let's see. Maybe it's a play that allows you to be a bit slower. Let's see.
We'll
play
see.
number 3.
This is a beautiful play. First off, the gobble off from Labrov. Absolutely magnificent. Then the CC chain. And let's mention this, the miasma from Mewtwo into the knockup combo. The only thing that's running it in that play is the fact that Adam ulted into the wall instead of flash ulting. God damn it, I'm so out of shape. I love this.
Goldborg, I know you said that they should be nice with you, but this was clearly...
Why is it at the top?
Yeah, it's because they're still spamming running it instead of staying...
But that was a good play!
I know! Let's take a look at the last clip. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I listen to Twitch chat.
I absolutely hate them. Now, unfortunate position from Captain. It really comes down to the hesitation. The fact he doesn't go for it immediately allows the turret to hit the cannon minion for the level up, and it looks like a complete in for Caps. Unfortunately for him, not the only in he was going to have.
Okay, you can slowly cool down. Thank you so much, Twitch chat, for that. And thank you, GB. Truly an excellent performance.
Yeah, great pitch.
I gotta say, good stuff. Now, Mad Lions is up on the docket, and Chasey and Eloya have also been excellent last week. So they're now standing by with Laura for an interview.
Better player than BB.
I think I'm younger than BB, so I think I better hand, better mechanic, so I can win. And if top carry matchup, I will win. For sure.
Gotta love the bit of flame here. Yeah, anything you want to answer to your top laner about what he said? And because we know that when top lane works for you guys, this is usually a good strategy to abort here. So any take on the top lane matchup against BB and what Chasey just told us here?
I agree. I think he has better hands. He's gonna win today, and even more if we pick Rata champions.
If we have Chasey. Oh, the explosive cost not quite where you'd want it to be. Hunsama now opening up with the zap, and they've got the stun, and they're locking him down. Chasey, though, Yoink has to pop a stopwatch. Caps is coming in. The skies will descend in a second as the slicing maelstrom has already been used. Niski locked up, and here come the skies. Chasey hit with a comet! And what is more fitting for Aurelian Soul than to smack a meteor into someone's backside? He takes another in the base, and G2 4-1 to the good will push in for the win.
G2 wipe Mad off the map once again, and they're looking for a sub 30-minute win. In this best of 5, G2 came to play, and they're looking strong.
And it seems like it may be a repeat of the winter finals. Mad Lions were routed then. And in this game, although they showed a few signs of life, G2 have knocked them to the dirt.
Into a Maokai, they actually did bring out the Trundle Brawn. We were casting that game, and that was where they were able to do a lot of damage. Of course, it was paired alongside the Nautilus.
Ooh! Akshan as an answer to Cannon top.
Right, okay. I mean, 80 carries will do good into Cannon because of just the way the nature of the lane will work if you're building ability power, right? On hits will always outtrade in shorter versions of Cannon not getting the burst off and such. So that Akshan's going into Broken Blade's hands. I'm surprised they didn't go for something like the Gragas or the Sion I think you were touching on as well. I think Sion is such a powerful pick, and we've seen it in the LPL and the LCK. But they did need some AD damage, and it looks like they might play double AD solo lanes. With the option of Jinx up, they've gone for Xayah Rakan, and I don't really blame them with Kennen. You know, it just works a lot better together, but you've given over Jinx again. Mad Lions might regret that.
Well, we heard Reckless talking about it on the analyst desk. Wayne mentioned
Can't really do anything. No real kill threat. They have a little bit of CC, but not enough. And now he'll cycle through his camps. Mickey, I think, was important there to just help Yike out, just cover mid, make sure everything's alright. And they are just taking in spot crab here for Yike. So, disaster averted for both sides. Caps will try and get this wave in. Nisqy will try to stop him, though.
Caps gonna get knocked back. Eliora's on the way here. Caps slow, no way out. Really caught him. Flash hit him. Nisqy takes first blood and a solo kill.
Well played by Nisqy. Seems like Caps was not expecting the damage to come out. And the wave is in a good spot for Nisqy, so he can now look to go back to base. The TPs will be forced out. But well played. The barrel seems to catch Caps completely off guard. Now Broken Blade looking for a bit of a trade. Ooh, but that goes in favor of Chasey. I believe Broken Blade couldn't quite proc the shield passive, which meant that he had to face the full brunt of that damage. More advantages in the early game this time round, punishing even more so in the 2 versus 2. And finally, Elyoya able to have a little bit more impact on that. Now they're threatening the dive.
And Summer has the ghost, uses it, flashes away from the knockup. Kazi tanks the tower, tanks 2 shots. Oh no! B2! Tan Summer, Scalings arrived. He loses the wave, but he gets 2 kills out of it.
Oh man, it was looking so good. And then Han Summer just broke your ankles.
That was such a greedy dive. That was so greedy by Mad. They always get a good play, but then they're like, can we go more? No, you can't. Stop it. Mad Lions always try to bite off more than they can chew. Hans can flash the Rakan W. And Karzi's got aggro. Why has Karzi got aggro? He can't even take 2 hits.
K-Drill, if you were in Inception, you'd be banging on the wall, being like, stop it! Stop it, Mad Lions! No!
You can see out these small advantages, and G2 holding on.
Caps no flash here. Alua is looking for something. You can see Yike actually on his Razor Beaks. Could path down towards this. Nisqy flashes, body slams a minion and chucks the cast out for good measure.
Oh no.
And that is not a bomb
Dab on him.
That's the
Dab
opposite.
on him, Nisqy.
That's a happy little accident right there.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all done that on Gregas. I do it every
done
game.
it in an LEC playoffs game.
That's true. Nisqy completely blunders.
Into Masters.
That's a massive whiff from Nisqy. He's got no flash now. I mean, Caps' flash, if you saw it on the right side before that play, was around 6 seconds until it was up. So he saw a window to go for it, but yeah, execution just not there.
I feel like
Doran will be turning in his sleep.
When you said he saw a window, I'm reminded of those slidey windows. He didn't realize it was closed.
Just ran.
Let's keep this pace up.
You know, I just see a level 9 Akshan building towards Kraken Slayer, and I'm just wondering how fast he's going to get one shot in his fights. Like, if anyone lands a skill on this Akshan, he's just instantly blown up. So G2 are going to have to pick their fights very carefully. There's the Herald.
I mean, one of Akshan's big things is being invisible, so Broken Blade's just taking that to the next level, right?
Wow.
Savage. Absolute savage. Well, he's got the Kraken Slayer now, so let's see what he can cook up. Normally you go things like the Kraken Slayer into a lot of frontline, but Mad Lions' frontline is absolute one shot.
The thing about Akshan, which is getting me excited, is that, you know, we talked on Euphoria about making the pros scrim traumas thing. I feel like Akshan could be that.
Scrim champs.
Stomps and scrims, fails on stage.
Bits of voyage forward, Comeuppance coming out as well. Hillisang can tank that. Nature's Grass used from across the wall. But
what just happened?
Obviously, we'll see what happened with
Broken
the
Blade.
So sick.
Can we please get a replay of that?
Swings around.
That was so cool.
I think Hilly thinks something should have blocked it.
He's gone and curved the bullets, hasn't he? How's he done that? Yeah, it looked like someone was trying to block it there, but I think Mad Lions didn't. My logic is they didn't have vision of Broken Blade. And so they saw the bullets coming at different directions. Maybe they were like, how is it coming from a different angle from the original one we saw?
That smirk on his face. He
man.
was like, that was cool.
Broken Blade knows that wasn't a bug.
Calling me out as well, right? It's like he's been invisible, then he finds that. What a play from him. We'll see exactly what the pause was in just a couple of moments' time. But what a moment for G2 as well. They were losing this game. It was well out of their hands. And then the 2 Dragons finding this pick as well. And we'll see what, in the end, is the verdict on Hillisang dying to the Comeuppance.
I'm looking at the replay. They did have vision on Broken Blade. I'm wondering why Hilly paused, actually, because he looks like Karzi's blocking for him, but then Hilly like runs in front of Karzi and tanks it and dies. So I wonder if his mouse broke or something, or like maybe he misclicked, or...
We'll let the league officials tell us when exactly what's happened has happened, but... Yeah, it was definitely Mad Lions in the ascendancy in this game, and now G2 good petrifying gaze to slow, even though he didn't manage to get any stuns, and then disengage into Hilly not being able to get into the fight. He was rooted at the start of the fight, if you could see exactly who locked him up.
Here goes on to Caps, but tries to get his flash, but then it's where he gets chain CC'd. Then he dashes away to his Zaya, I believe it is, just dashes away with the E after the rocket comes through. Now watch Hilly here. He's going to run forwards in a second, in front of Carzzy and get hit. So I think maybe something may be wrong with his peripheral or something, because I'm sure he didn't want to do that intentionally, right? Obviously, Carzzy was supposed to be there to block. And then G2, Broken Blade comes across with the portal. G2 look like they might be able to put themselves on soul point here.
But wow, that was that was such a cool one of the creative things that you can do with Action. The downside of that ultimate is it can be blocked by literally
Everything.
everything.
Minions, towers, anything with a health bar can block that.
Yeah.
Apart from support wards, I think. I don't think you can be blocked by wards.
It's crazy. But I've never seen something like that done before, where he basically just repositioned himself to kind of get behind as much of Mad Lions as possible to then land the ultimate.
I thought you stopped it. Pro players were like, that's a bug. And even I was like, something sus there. But obviously it makes sense, you know.
And then
It's
do you
like
remember, my favorite one was, do you remember the Rise ultimate with Fnatic?
Oh, yeah, you're clicking out of it. The one where we had the same issue 3 times in the game.
Again.
You need to stop clicking out of the ultimate.
That's where Fnatic pause hack was born.
It was
molded in the files of a 3-hour-long League of Legends game.
that was funny.
My favourite interaction I watched from last week, I saw on Crownie's, like Crownie commented on it as well, was he Aphelios ulted with Green Gun.
Yeah.
It hits the Wukong clone first. He then manages to hit the Wukong and 2 other people with the first round of it, and then re-hit the 2 other people because he auto-attacked while the ultimate was landing on the other 2 people. Whether it's intended or not, we don't know.
He wasn't sure why it was coming from so far above than it would be otherwise.
Well, they're looking at it right now. I don't know how long this is going to be. So they were naming interesting like pauses for things. Do you remember your favorite ones?
My favorite pause.
Not favorite. That's maybe the wrong way to put
But
it.
there was one time when I was playing in G2 versus Fnatic, and they had a pause in the middle of a fight. I guess that was actually when the whole thing was born. The
Fnatic
pause.
hack.
Yeah, I think that was when it was born. I guess something similar is happening here in the middle of a fight. I can imagine for the player this is a really annoying moment in the game because it's basically where the game is decided, right? So by now having to perhaps go back a little bit and replay the fight, or maybe in G2's case, feeling that we just actually won that fight, we would get the Drake here. I think it's a really annoying point to have a pause. Probably one of the worst
doing it,
parts of it.
and then it doesn't work. It's like these videos on the internet where they're supposed to be unsatisfactory. I don't know if you've seen it. Sometimes there's just a football field, for example. There's a guy come running, and he doesn't kick the ball. So in your brain, you feel like this should happen. This needs to happen. Maybe for the gamers out here, it's like watching a Secret Labs commercial without the moan. You feel like it should be there, but it's not there. That's like watching Mad Lions.
Yeah. Do you know there used to be a mode? We all knew, but it's weird. It's like, you lose say a shadow pane.
Yeah.
There's a limb that you've lost.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a shadow mode.
Yes.
That's what it is. Oh my God.
That's like watching Mad Lions.
Hey, listen, I hope nobody will be angry at us if we go a little lighter route, because this is quite a long pause. Also,
But they're still winning this one. I just wanted to say that because it's down and then it came upwards afterwards.
There were 2 action ults, basically.
Okay.
The
We
action
will
ult didn't
update you.
appear where the action ult should have appeared visually.
Yes.
There were 2 action ults.
We will update you on the progress of the chrono break, because obviously that does take a little bit of time to set up. We do have a content piece I see. Maybe we could look at it because it sounds fun. We're going to look at Pop Quiz. It's not ready yet. Just kidding. I was baited by John, our producer.
Is this a different game as well we have in here? Who am I?
Okay, who am I?
I guess it's basically what we just played.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's different, I guess. Oh, yeah, it is actually.
So
Okay.
it's like the Guess Who, but without the board.
And people at home can guess as well. So, who am I? I have never won an LEC title.
Crownie.
I have never has played between 100 and 200 games in LEC history.
That is
Could-
quite
It's
a
Crownie.
lot.
It's Crownie, no?
It's more than you think. Yeah, it's Crownie.
It's Crownie, okay.
Sorry. Okay, next time.
EMEA Masters runner-up and turned 25 this week. Happy birthday.
I saw the Team Master runner-up and just thought to myself, oh, that's Crownie. I should let it come through. That's my
Yeah.
bad. I ruined the game.
Unfortunately, that's fine.
Yeah.
But now, I think they're going to start gravitating back towards that bot side. Chasey's TP is up. Ideally, Mad Lions get vision in G2's jungle on the top side. And then they can look for a TP flank, especially onto Yike now with no flash. Get that kill, that's an easy Baron.
Oh, this is smart from Chasey. Broken Blade will see where the wave is, then think he's safe, but he is not. Chasey slices him down.
This is part of the risk that you have when running things like Kraken Slayer. With just the Merc Treads, the burst potential from Chasey is so excessive, especially by having 2 levels up as well. He caught Broken Blade out of position. He chain CC'd him first before then applying the ultimate to then finish off with the kill.
Yep.
Very clean play. And now Chasey with the TP can keep the pressure up bot, and Mad Lions can start threatening the Baron.
How are they going to start it, though, is the question. Looks like they're still a bit hesitant. Broken Blade's 10 seconds on the respawn. Caps level 15 now. You can see the power of that Rod of Ages. Niski should take over in just a second, but Chasey will get that walk up with the Rakan. But this tower will die by the looks of it. Can G2 defend the inhibitor? Does Mad want to push forwards for the inhibitor? Looks like they decide against it. Gonna back away here. Broken Blade still showing bot though, so they are in a 4v5 scenario, but I think Karzi has Bloodthirster in base, Chasey has Rabadons, there's a lot of spikes coming through now for Mad Lions. El Yoyo's building towards that GA. Even Niski's getting closer to Rabadons. Oh, well, he's gonna have to buy the GA soon now.
Let's see if he has enough gold on the back.
Goredrinker's on the wrong slot there. Accidentally presses the stop
Oh,
button.
yeah, I see what you're saying, yep. Yeah.
Classic.
That is a classic for sure. Just goes to show that even pro players are fallible.
I watched Niski flash body slam.
I wasn't going to mention that again, but
it does happen.
Yeah, that was a happy little accident. 2 minutes on the Dragon. Mad have to defend that soul point. Does G2 fight that soul point? Because I think that if they just keep slowing the game down and sacrificing a Dragon until the next Baron, that gives them an extra minute. What can they get in that minute?
They do have 3 items on both Jinx and Caps, level 16 as well for the Cassio. Maybe they feel strong enough right now. Of course, Broken Blade's still very weak.
But into the miasma! Won't be enough! The bombs come down! And Mad Lions rain hell in the fight!
It took a little bit longer than Mad Lions would have wanted, but they managed to close the game out against G2. It looked like Yike got caught off to the side, and then... What? Not again?
No!
In the same game?
Applause from Hillesanger as well!
Wait,
you see him laughing!
Wait, did Hilly pause?
No.
No, Broken Blade's paused.
G2 pause, we'll find out what it was for.
Broken Blade's the one
I
saying...
have never seen a pause when on the Nexus towers before everyone's dead.
Broken Blade's smiling. Is this... Why is he pausing over?
Spill your water, Broken Blade. It's sitting there calmly.
So, could we get a... Yeah, I'm sure
We'll find out why.
we'll get a replay of the last fight. Let's just look at Broken Blade, because we didn't see much of him in this fight. I mean, he tried to clean up towards the end.
I mean, Fnatic had to make it into playoffs somehow, didn't they?
I'm stunned. I'm legitimately stunned.
That's the second time you've been on in this game.
What? So Mad Lions made a great decision. You were highlighting it, Kadril, which was that because G2 is in an awkward position and they needed to recall, for Karzi and Hilly to just run down mids, they had first on the objective. So they could already start sieging on those towers, start breaking down the base of G2, and start following these minions in to force G2 into this awkward position.
The rest of the series, and casters, back to you.
For those of you just joining us, thank you very much, Law, by the way. At 32-27, G2 Broken Blade paused the game, reporting a bug with his W not proccing, which may have resulted in Tarm Kench reviving. League officials are reviewing. Now League officials have confirmed that it is not a bug, and we will be playing on the game.
I wonder who's going to win. Mad Lions, 4v0 on the Nexus.
Who's going to do it?
Let's hot drop into this one,
Akshan
because this is going to be the quickest end ever. Oh my god, the game just started!
Madness! Akshan can only revive.
Look at Niski!
While he's alive.
He's sweating!
And he wasn't alive. Right. So there we go. That's the end of the game. Mad Lions, 1-1 now in the series. And it was, you know, the pauses obviously took a little bit of the wind out of Mad Lions' sails. However, it was a very strong performance from him.
But the thing is, that Broken Blade play, as much as it was a bug, that was an insane play. And if that actually didn't get chrono breaked, or the vision was correct in a sense, even if Hilly didn't die there, their position was pretty good to take that Dragon. But all the momentum, I feel like, pausing in a fight, when you go before it, all the momentum of the fight of the team coming back is kind of gone. So you can never really find a way to win that fight, which sucks for G2.
It's been a long game. Everyone is going to take a moment to reset after that one. The broadcast, the players, and the staff behind all of them. The teams right now, the teams right now are 1-1.
We rise, man. We rise.
Mad Lions and G2 are fighting for an opportunity to continue their run throughout the lower bracket here in the LEC. Vitality will be awaiting them tomorrow, and remember, that's one of the most challenging parts of this run. It is 3 days of best of fives for the winner of this series. So they've still got a long road to go, along with a number of games left.
Mad Lions have tied up that series at 1-1, and we'll be back right after the break. he in range?
Yeah, he should just be in range. I think he's trying to stay out of vision, but be in range of experience, so he'll ding over.
There we are.
And now, I think they're confident to take a fight. Both AD carries are on the way, but Hans is first. They might have to give up the objective here, Matt, but they might also want to take a fight.
Of course, Rift Herald so important for the Belveth. Glacial Prism lands hook away from Hilly.
Hilly.
Not often we see that, but because of that, Mickey able to walk away from it. Belveth gets the true form, 180 seconds of increased stats, bonus movement speed, extra attack range. Yike is very happy with that exchange. Stun lands, hook onto Mickey. Niski can't really come across, but Elyoya can. Mickey flashes. Flash forward from Hillesang, looking for the stun with the Fury to the north. Now Elyoya's having to get away from Hans Summer, who dashes across the wall and has already got the kill. Niski dying off towards the top side as well. Hans Summer's going to get come down and make sure this bot lane is pushed out. Niski perhaps looking for Broken Blade. No summoners on the Darius, remember. Will be spotted on this control ward. Chasey, shock blast across the wall, does find his mark, flashes forward as well. And Niski with the explosive cast keeps Broken Blade against the wall. The hemorrhage, 4 stacks, not enough. Fifth out, juice in the bottom lane is Yike. Caught out now. The Glacial Prism's going to lock him down underneath the tower, and he will pay for his hubris with his life, while Caps continues to push in mid lane.
Once again, an over-aggressive play from Yike ends up getting punished, but G2 are still benefiting as they find plates both bot and mid. Mad are able to find kills back on the board to at least secure themselves something on the map as Niski gets himself some plates top, but it feels like that for every play that Mad are able to make, G2 still end up walking away victorious.
Yeah, Yike on this Belveth just hasn't found the real pace that he's wanted in the game. The early stages he could have taken over, but
Chasey's getting locked down. Broken Blade coming in from the side. Can he get in range? Yes! Bring down the axe! The Noxian Guillotine finds one. The hook's going to land as well. But now Kazi has to face off with Caps, who's coming in with a stun. G2 looking for more. Caps now isolated from the rest of his team. He'll be locked up. Kazi goes on a killing spree.
it's a bloodbath. 17 kills in 16 minutes here. G2 want to start up this Herald. Karzi's pretty healthy though. Niski doesn't have access to the ult. Yike's pretty low. Maybe they look for some kind of 3v4 here. They could also look for a mid tower, but Niski fancies himself something. No ultimates.
The
No
HP
flashes.
on G2 is
Elyoya
now...
smites it and Yike loses it, and now Kazi comes in. The knockup from Niski and TP coming in as well as G2 try and retreat to their tower. It still stands at the top lane, but perhaps their lives will not do the same. One lockdown and Kazi is getting excited, and Berlin's getting excited for him too. A shutdown.
A very powerful position right now. He could decide the fight here for G2. Flash Tibbers is ready. Just needs a bit of vision to work with. The Mad Lions know he's here. Niski senses some kind of flank.
Caps is by himself. He doesn't even get a chance to call in the bear. A crying little child finds his maker. And Mad Lions, because they spotted out Caps, will take the Dragon. Their third of the game, 19 minutes in. They're on Soul Point, and they have the gold lead. Glacial Prism gonna land. Flash hook again. Mad Lions, 13 kills to 10 up.
Mad are just thriving in the chaos. It felt like that from start to finish, you called it, Mark, that it's just been nothing but a bloodbath. And now Mad have been the ones benefiting from this. Every single skirmish, they find the kill advantage. Now there are 3 dragons. They get themselves another turret as well. And it was crazy how there was this sixth sense among the whole team.
Yep.
That something was amiss, something was wrong, and as they backed up into their jungle, they found Caps lying in wait, and they were able
get in there. The poke is strong. Chasey at 2 items, Eclipse, Manamune.
They've started.
Almost 3 items complete on Kazi as well. Baron has been begun.
Broken Blade is in the bot side river. No TP. It's a 4v4.
Yeah, Yike
Niski's on the flank.
Broken Blade's on his way up. They look for one. They catch Hans Summer, and he is down. Kazi beginning to see the win in his eyes as Yike tries to get in from the back of the pit, but even with Flash, can he do it? The Baron down to 3,000, 2.5 now. Yike falls into the wall! And what a comedy of errors it's been for the Belveth this game. Kazi flashes away, he gets excited. Yike's going to die up towards the top side. There's another as Caps falls, and G2 just walks to their demise as Mad Lions clean them up.
G2 is obliterated at the hands of Mad. 5-0. Not a single man remains. At 21 minutes, Mad have secured the Baron, and talk about taking control over Game 3.
Niski. What a play to seal the deal around that Baron. The E-flash flank onto Hans instantly blew him up. Nothing he could do. 4v5 from the get-go. Hook.
Oh! Hans hooked again, and Chasey will bring down the hammer. Mad Lions on a tear.
Hillesang at the start of the game, his hooks were a little wide.
He missed one on a stun target,
he just needed to calibrate, okay? The wind was wrong, the temperature wasn't right, but now that he's got it all aligned, this man is a monster.
That's the second time! But we've seen a G2 play out.
It gets even worse, Medic. Caps TP'd in for that Mickey flash to try and stop the base. It's all going wrong. Failed flashes. Miscommunication on the side of G2. Mad Lions are just running away with it now, aren't they? Bot tier 1 is gone.
Across the board.
Bot tier 2 might fall as well. Is Hilly gonna push mid with Chasey? Yeah, he is. He's gonna move down here. Maybe look to join in the 4-1 setup. Mad Lions are not gonna stop on this siege.
It's also G2 electing blue side, giving the Jinx over to Kazi, and now Mad Lions being able to start to find wins on the red side. It makes it so much harder for G2 as we get into the rest of this series. We'll see. Inhibitor, Hillisang, flash hook, lands it on Broken Blade, the flamethrowers come down as well, and Broken Blade is popped where he stands. Hit Mickey, taken out as well, the Glacial Prison, not even needed, 3 items on Kazi. These rockets starting to do a lot of work as Hilly just short.
Is it over?
Blast still on, Nishinsky goes in, Caps locked up, there's one, Yike in the midst of them all will fall as well, only Hansama survives and not for long, as Mad Lions find 5, and they will take themselves to match point.
And just like that, 25 minutes in, Mad trying to make up for lost time as they smash G2 and got a match point.
A bit of a rocky start, but what a game. They ran away with those skirmishes. You say 25 minutes, I say 36 kills. That was non-stop back and forth from base fighting over objectives. Shout out to Hilly though, turn it around from those early hooks, and he built the Everfrost up Blitzcrank and LPL.
Now you're going to summarize what happened in Game 3.
I most certainly will, because in this Game 3, the way this game started out, I genuinely thought that G2 would just straight up take it. And the reason why I thought they would straight up take it was because of the early skirmish that they get. It looks decent in the beginning when Hilly gets a hook. The problem is, once again, Mad Lions, they over-chase and they force themselves into this situation where suddenly everyone just gets clean. Like, this is almost a 5v5 in the middle of the game. Like, not even in the middle of the game, I'm sorry, like 4 or 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And when this looks like this, where BB up on the top side had just been chilling. He was getting so much stuff because his jungler was pathing top in the beginning that opened up the lane for him. That looks so good. Your Belveth is finally getting killed. Your Seri is getting kills as well. And your Annie is set straight to go. Your team composition is so... Okay, your team composition should be so easy to close out with from this point. We all said in the green room when we saw this, okay, that's game. G2 just takes this one.
But,
and that's the thing, because we get a lot of running. We get a lot of fighting.
The longer it takes for the B-roll or the replay to come on, the longer you're running.
So, look at the bot lane right now, because BB is passing bot lane from G2. They're not making a set play right now. They're invading on Raptors, which they have been doing for a long period of time. But the problem is for G2 that they're opting into a 5 versus 4. Mad Lions have read this play, and because of this, they have also outplayed them. So for Mad Lions, they actually just played these mid-game skirmishes way better. G2 get overzealous, and because of that, the lead that they created for themselves in the early game is now going back over to Mad Lions. G2 is running it.
Amazing. I love it. This is actually the highest it can go.
Oh, that's fine. I feel good.
And Twitch chat, by the way, doesn't have your back. Again, they are doing. And you know what? I'm not going to turn it off until we go to a break. Meaning, if I talk longer, we're going to work on GB's physique. Let's go. You can do this. You've got it. Just kidding. We're going to come back with a more serious setup. But that was a great way to talk about that third game. And we'll be right back to preview match point for the Mad Lions.
Are we just getting a Gragas mid and a roaming mage for Niski?
I mean, that's the beauty of this Gragas for Mad.
I am Maokai.
No!
No! It's Nocturne mid for Caps! Mickey was there! Mickey was looking me in the eye when I got locked in!
Take your headset off, mate. We're good for the next 5 minutes.
Benny, do you want to solo cast this, Benny?
Oh my word! But Nocturne mid sucks! Like, it's so bad!
Or, let me raise you, it could be Nocturne top.
But that's also bad.
Yeah, because it could be kind of mid.
The reason why, like, it's bad is because, I mean...
Ari's good pick, I think.
But the reason why it's so bad is because they made this nerf to his passive, which, like, it sucks a wave clear now. The biggest strength of Nocturne in the past and why you could play him in a solo lane was because of how easy it was to get prio in a lane. You just Q, passive...
Chase is going to knock him up. Broken Blade.
He's going to die.
Matrix surges forward. Chasey on the chase. Yike does get a double knockback here. Able to survive for the moment with a flash forward from Elioya. Crushing blow finds his mark. One more auto would be enough. Chasey finds him with a belly bump. Niski coming in for the flank position here, and Hillisang has worked his way up from the bot lane as well to make sure that Elioya and Chasey can get out alive. They will survive. First blood over to Matt.
That was so greedy by Yike. He wanted to ward the red, but yeah, Chasey's just standing in the bush. That was really easy for Mad Lions. Elioya should be able to do red with smites, surely, right?
Wait, but
Nope,
I don't
he's
think
gonna
he
miss.
can.
He's a bit scared.
Yeah.
Not sure if he can execute.
Well, that's some good news, at least, for Yike. Oh, hang on a second. Chasey is very low. Oh, nice body slam there.
I mean, he doesn't have flash as well, so Broken Blade can just force him out of this lane. Chasey will
Yeah.
have to TP back in.
Of course, we have seen this matchup from game one.
Really?
Broken Blade built up a huge...
3 and 3 across the board.
Caps gets Niski's ult again. Charm doesn't land, would have got spell shielded anyway, but now it's a situation where you're on a side lane against a Nocturne, you've lost your Ahri ult. Can you really walk up now? It's really hard to contest the wave as Niski's going to have to sit on his tower and catch
If there
it.
wasn't a tower, Caps
Hilly.
could kill him.
Hilly looking for something, but Hans Summer able to dodge away from the Magnet Storm. The culling going through as well, and Hilly is down. Kazi now having to retreat as the TP comes in. Paranoia used as well. Kazi, no summoners and no life left. Elioya pops the clone to get away, but Broken Blade can still chase further in. Will they use the enhanced cone? They'll get knocked back. A bouncy castle in the jungle, and in the end, it's still a win for G2.
Little game of ping pong there, isn't it? Bot tower might die to the creeps, looks like it will. And I feel like Mad Lions can't step up anywhere. They're contesting mid waves without a tier 2 against the Lucian Nami with 2.5 items. Caps is winning out the side lane, Broken Blade's winning out the side lane. They don't really have anything to work around here, Mad Lions.
I think the biggest difference this game compared to the others is, number one, Hans Sama is completely dominating, right? I think that in terms of the straight-up 2v2, this is the most dominant.
G2, good sidestep as well. The Everfrost still coming out. Broken Blade just opening up onto Chasey. Explosive cast. Shuriken just wide. So Zonya's was used with Mega Death Rocket. Oh, does hit Broken Blade, but he was healed, and he was topped up by Mickey. Hilly tried to get him as well, just thinking maybe he could steal.
Great reaction from Mickey on the heal there. The summoner saving Broken Blade. Would have been 800 gold over to Karzi, but G2 might just keep walking into the G2 meat grinder at this point. That topside jungle is owned by them. So Niski looks to push out bot. I think Cap sees a window. Blastcone's on top of him, I presume. Yeah, he does.
Oh, he misses his Q, though.
Yeah, he does. Niski was looking top, and then he dashes away. But then he's only got one tick left. Caps with the ultimate. Charm's on cooldown. Let's go in. Q's probably back up, and then he probably flashes for flash. And then he just trades 1 for 1. Yeah, just go full send.
That felt personal, you know.
Whee!
Oh, the
Spear
damage.
comes out. Niski able to use the 3 charges to escape. Hilly's still distracting G2.
Run, Hilly, run!
Oh, Hex Flash. Gets across the wall.
No,
Caps.
that's not gonna
Come
work.
on, Caps.
Let him live. Let him go back to base. So Hilly's flank ended up in their base, as it always does. 3 minutes on the Elder, 2 minutes on the Baron. G2 can't look for a neutral off this. Start pushing in these lanes, and as much as they're getting these kills and we're having a lot of fun, we are probably going to a game 5 here. Almost certainly. I don't think there's any way Mad Lions can really come back in this one. But G2, they found a formula that worked on blue side, but now Mad Lions are the ones who can go towards that blue side, and everything will get shaken up once again in terms of the draft.
Yeah, there were some concerns from, well, I'd say we had some concerns around the
Right now
Lucian.
he's getting 5-man aced under a tower, losing Nash, and then being able to fight Elder. Mad, just going to have to give that one up. I can see Chasey spam pinging Elder Dragon, so they're probably just saying, right,
Broken
let's
Blade.
give this
He's on
up.
a ward. He's on a ward.
He's on a ward. This could be massive for Mad Lions.
He's on a ward. The charm
missed.
goes wide. The Cyclone is going to hit the Slice of Master coming out from Broken Blade. He flashes forward.
Oh my God.
Cyclone follows up to Mega Death Rocket. It's a 1-for-1 in the end, but it could have been so much more for the Mad Lions.
Oh, if they got that kill 30 seconds on the Elder, it could have been a 5v4. They could have just flipped the entire objective. Niski's ult would have been back up, I think, round about the time for the Elder spawn as well, so that stings for Mad. That could have been a window. They're going to have to 4v4 it now. TP's available for both solo laners.
I do wonder if Niski expected Broken Blade to react.
Maybe.
Because if he had just aimed it at where he was, he would have landed it. Because Broken Blade stood still, perfectly still. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, I've dodged. I guess
They're looking for more.
Can they find more though? Not much CC available. Hilly's under the tower. Really low HP. If they see anything, could go for the dive, but he's going to regen with the passive. Going to use the hook to stop the base of Hans.
And then we calm. Hello, gentlemen.
Welcome
to game 5. We came in with a lot more energy.
Gosh. Well, what happened? Let's look at it. 2 flashes down for G2.
I didn't really notice what happened in the moment. I'll be
How
honest.
did Mickey got flipped back into 5 people and he got out? What happened? Hook hits. I think the aftershocks probably what saved him. Here's the hook from Mickey. 5 people on top, but Elioya had to start W. He also got exhausted too, so he's out.
Good flash from Mickey into the alcove out of vision.
Yeah, Hilly's out. It looks like.
And then Chasey is the one
Yike's going to flash E-auto here for
to him as quickly as possible. The Kennen TP back down to bot, so matching lanes for Mad Lions. And Hilly, once again, looks mid.
Still only level 4 on the pike. Caps can just stand back. Noxious Blast for an extra movement speed if he does hit it. Slicing Mouse from coming out. There's the knockback, but the stun's still onto Broken Blade. As he continues to chase in. Broken Blade has the flash. Chasey has one to follow, but the Shuriken dodged by Broken Blade means that he gets out to fight another day.
Would have been a kill there for Chasey. Would have been a solo kill, but just about goes wide, maybe expecting a sidestep. Hilly with a predict. Hilly doesn't land the stun. Barrel comes out. Yike has the combo. He's going to use it back over the wall. Still has that Herald that he can pop down now that Caps has that mid push.
Plate did fall without any gold going over to G2 there.
Yep, unfortunate. You hate to see it. G2, though, still stacked up top lane. Niski has made his way over. A big wave is being lost for him to make sure that his bot lane is safe.
The cannon getting zapped down by Hans Summer.
All kills continue to be funneled into Hans Summer. Broken Blade at the cost of his life. A target throughout this game is, oh, good ult.
Good petrifying gaze. The flash still there. Depth shot's going to land. Explosive cast dodged by Caps, but he holds onto the flash still as the true shot for Archmice finds his mark, and Mickey is met with a minion as he tries to dredge line. The Ignite ticking the shot down over to Kasi now. Mad Lions continue to open up as Broken Blade TP's in. The Rift Herald now begun by Elioya, stolen away, I think, as Yike and Hans Summer seem to be doing it earlier.
What just happened? G2 had a great setup towards his top side. They traded 1 for 1. The map state looked like it was in their favor. Mad get 2 kills mid. They didn't get this Herald. They get Broken Blade's TP. All of a sudden, this game's back into more of an even state. If they can use this Herald to crack open mid tier 1, for example, that bot tower will fall shortly afterwards. And this Jace is sitting at 0-3. So let's look at this again, because
just order the ward once and it dies. And alongside the sweeper, it does quite a lot of work. G2 currently set up in the river. Hillisang trying to step forward. I think this hook doesn't really get you too much. Even if you hook onto Mickey, Yike is there. The TP behind as they look for Caps up towards the top side. He's been knocked back. Flash not available for the Casio either. There's the Cyclone to follow. And they're just isolating Caps. He's dead, as you say, Cadril. And locked out by the Mad Lions. Now Hilly looking for another hook. They open up on him, though, and they'll lock him down 1 for 1 so far. TP's into the mid lane as Hans Summer now needs to work away from this situation. The Flash, the Ghost, everything available. He dodges away from the explosive cast, and now he can open up on Niski. Down towards the bottom side. Niski is isolated. Super Mega Death Rocket hits him in his head and buries him in the dirt. Kazi opens up, though, and gets 1 in response. And in the end, it's a 2 for 2 trade.
very messy fight, but like you said, Menik, 2 for 2
themselves.
Mad Lions make it happen, and you can see how happy the players are on your screens. In such a back-and-forth series, they managed to take G2 out of Spring in a 3-2 fashion.
Revenge for the Mad Lions. The 3-0 sweep of Winter results in a 5-game series. The Mad Lions valiantly fought their way through. They are ecstatic. And now, MSI's first seed from Europe will be determined by the winner.
Win the split.
Win the split.
That's what you got to do. Vitality and BDS stand in Mad Lions' way. What a weekend of action we have lined up for us, as well as that.
One right now.
Yeah, I think so. Or wait, did I lose on it?
If someone
I don't think I lost on it
this.
yet.
I think you lost on it once.
Oh, we did actually. Yeah, I lost. Yeah.
But do you think you're the best Gragas in your team, and why should you get the pick every time?
I mean, I'm for sure the best. I think. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen Chase's Gragas today? I'm not sure, but I mean, I think I don't know. I think the way I play the fights is very nice on Gragas. I think I know my job very well. I'm how do you say? We call me like the good dog because I'm like in front of cards, kind of tanking everything, making slow and all that stuff. So yeah, I think I'm pretty good on it.
Yeah, champion, that suits you well. And you're very good at it. I want to talk about the level 1 today. If we can run the clip, please, production. What was that about? And
I mean, we thought we win level 1, but I guess we didn't because this guy's